Hey, hi, hello there, Editor Edie popping in for a couple quick notes. This was the first episode we ever recorded, and our settings got bumped, so some of the audio might not be great, but thanks to Chase McBee, shout out to Chase McBee, he edited a lot of the audio for me, and I am just so grateful, so shout out to Chase. And also, you guys get to meet my sometimes co-host, Drew Turner, who appears for the first time in this episode. All right, now enjoy this episode of Hi, Why Are You?
So we would play venues with that band, and they actually gave a shit.
Well, yeah.
Venues with my other bands, and it would just literally no one gave a fuck.
Yeah.
You know? Is it working?
It is working.
Okay. I don't know how much of I don't know how into cold opens you are.
The coldest of opens are the best opens.
Then congratulations.
Freezing.
Yeah.
Freezing
I
cold.
love cold opens and hot mics.
Yeah.
Those are the two things that I know about you. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad I finally figured out what it was. I had to drag one thing into another.
That happens.
And then
This is why I hate computers.
I hate computers, technology, and planes, trains, and automobiles. I haven't really found the best way to start this. So just like talking, you know?
Well, what I found is that there's no good way to start.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Most of the time, you just start talking, and then you cut it at a point where you're like, it gets interesting here.
That's
and then,
that's what we did. That's what I did last time. It didn't get interesting for a while.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't.
Last 5 minutes. It's like basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's sound waves are happening, so
Let's go.
I guess.
That is technically how they go.
Yeah, that is. I guess maybe a good place to start would be, who are you and what is your name?
Oh, my name is Davey Pierce.
Oh.
Yeah, I am a guy.
You're a guy?
I'm a guy. I'm just a guy.
Yeah, just a guy.
Yeah.
That's a great start.
Thank you.
I think one of the reasons why I wanted to talk with you and interview you was because we've played so many improv shows together on one of the teams we're on called Phoenix, but God damn it, Lucas.
Hi, Lucas.
Welcome home.
Hello.
Hi.
Lucas is one of my favorite people in the world.
That's what I said last time when we did the last recording.
Aww.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. How was your day?
It was all right. It's been a rough week and a half.
I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, but yeah. So it's been alright.
All things considered.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
Love you.
Love you. Did you guys already finish recording?
No, we just started.
Oh, you guys are recording right now?
Yeah.
Cool, everybody.
Hi.
Whoops.
It's
My bad.
You're doing great.
Yeah, you're killing it.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my laptop and I'll get out of here.
You're fine. This happened last time. Lucas was
Well, this
Waldorf, no Statler.
Waldorf, no staff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no jutsu.
It's the worst. It's the worst possible position to be in. Because if no one understands your
Jokes,
humor,
yeah.
then you're just a dick.
I just think it was the big Statler head. You're just like, without Statler, that whole group is
I would.
shitter.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
I would watch Statler by himself. I would kill Waldorf. Marry no one.
Waldorf sets him up, you know? It's like Waldorf walks into a room and says something stupid, and then Statler makes sense of it and creates art.
Creates art. You
Yes.
are absolutely correct. What was I? Oh, we have done improv together. That's
Yeah, we have done improv together.
And I think that peripherally, I know you as a really cool dude, and I want to know more about you as the cool dude that you are. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I always thought you were pretty cool, too.
Oh, am I a cool dude too? That's
You are a cool
it's a relief, honestly. Thank you for saying that. I know little to no nothing about you as a person, and I want to know more because I know you are a cool dude.
Bye, Lucas.
Hi, Lucas. Did you get your laptop?
I did.
Good.
My headphones.
Even better. Bonus.
They're good.
Okay. Have fun.
Breaks off now.
Oh.
That's nice.
Incredible. Yeah, so let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Where were you born?
Where
are you from?
I was born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Okay. So you're a Florida man.
I'm a Florida man. I am. I lived in Tallahassee for the majority of my young life.
Okay.
I moved away from there in 2000 to move to Atlanta.
Okay, and you've been here mostly ever since? No.
You would think so. That's where that story would go. But nope, takes a hard left, and I go back to Tallahassee after 2 years. So I lived in Atlanta, and I fucking hated it.
That's, what era was that again, remind me?
2000 to 2002.
Okay, I heard it was not great then.
It was, so there were parts I loved. It was seedy. I mean, like, it's funny because I lived in Little Five Points, and can I say drug dealer on this?
Sure you can.
Not hard drugs, just my weed guy.
Yeah, just your weed guy.
We had two of them. One of them lived in Edgewood Mews, right there. And at the time, there was Edgewood Mews and then Wasteland.
Nothing.
Yeah, there was nothing there. Like, nothing existed. There was no reason to go there unless you were going to your weed guy's house.
That's fair.
And, I mean, I loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
Like, I had friends that I had known forever that I moved to Atlanta with. Mm-hmm. But I did not meet anyone else.
For 2 years?
For 2 years.
That's isolating.
Very isolating. Yeah. I worked at the Guitar Center.
Okay.
Which is a horrible place to be, work, talk about. It's just terrible. I hate it. I hate everything about it.
Okay.
I think that they are along the lines of like a Walmart sort of vibe, where they come along, they put all the good music stores out of business, and then they just suck.
Yeah.
But I had, I moved up here to do the job.
Yeah. And because you were a musician
I was
at the
a
time?
musician, yeah. I've been a musician since I was about 5.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I got a job at a place called Earth Shaking Music.
I was there today.
Oh, really? I love it. Dave is such a genuine, wonderful guy, and like, I credit him for me staying in Atlanta as long as I did, because I went in there one day and I talked to him for like an hour, and basically he was just like, "Do you want to work here?
You seem like you know your stuff. Do you want to work here?"
And I was like, "Yes, I do." And I quit Guitar Center.
Great.
Gave them my little gray shirt back.
You're like, "I don't need this anymore."
Yeah,
I love
it was amazing, and I loved it. But I did not meet anybody. I made 0 friends the time when I was here, because I was, I'm like a kid. I wanted to play music, so I'm playing music with my bandmates who I live with, and that's my free time.
Yeah.
Or we go to bars. We'd walk to the yacht club, and you don't want to hang out with people you meet at the yacht club.
No. You're correct, actually.
You go to the yacht club with people you know.
Yes, you go there with your friends. You don't want to talk to anyone else.
Absolutely not.
I am a regular at that bar, and I know exactly what you mean.
And it's like no shade on them, because everyone goes there with their group of friends to hang out, and that's what is beautiful about that place. But if you go there and you're just sitting at the bar and there's a guy next to you sitting at the bar, 9 times out of 10, I don't want to talk to him.
No, you don't want to talk to that guy. No.
But I'm also I'm very extroverted in very specific ways.
I also understand that. Yeah, this is why I wanted to talk to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, it's like what facilitates these conversations.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's this, it's like a microphone and a table in our friend's house.
And Drew.
And Drew's here. Like, Lucas is gone, but Drew's here.
But Drew's still here, so we have a third person to bounce ideas off of.
You have a Statler.
Yeah, we have a Statler. Yeah, the Waldorf. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, and then I moved back to Tallahassee. Mm-hmm. And then I moved to Athens.
Okay.
And then I moved here.
Okay, then you moved back. That's like a giant spider web of moving.
Yeah. It's kind of like a flag. Yeah. I also lived in Orlando for a little bit in the middle. And so there's another point.
An offshoot of the
flag. It's like a Big Dipper.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, in the constellation of my life, it mainly resembles a Big Dipper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so, brought back to Atlanta around, what era? I mean, I don't know. I mean, era is probably the wrong word of, like...
No, I think it's fine. Like, it actually is. It was very specifically COVID that brought me back.
Oh, okay. So, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Yeah.
Oh,
that is recent. August 2020.
August 2020, so after the pandemic started.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were in it. My wife, Sid, and I lived just outside of Athens in a town called Comer. Mm-hmm. It's like 1,100 people. There's 2 gas stations, and
that's big for a small town.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And we loved it. We bought a house at an estate sale for like nothing, and we spent for like 6 months just fixing. We did everything ourselves
No.
except for drywall. I want this on the record. I will not do drywall.
All right, everyone,
Yeah.
just so you know,
Don't ask me to help you.
Davey
I'm not
Pierce
gonna help you.
will not help you with drywall
I'll help you
ever.
with literally anything else.
Literally anything
No
else.
drywall.
No drywall. That's a big like.
It's a
distinction.
Yeah, it is a
Okay.
huge, and it's like this is a real boundary. I am not. This is not a bit. I will not do it.
No bits here.
I said the same thing in my interview. I also
Yeah.
said I will not help with drywall.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's-
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm finally getting some
You can,
validation.
boundaries are healthy and important, and if that is your boundary, I respect it.
Thank you.
Drywall.
I appreciate that.
Of course, yeah.
I just had too many bad drywall experiences. And this is, again, not a bit.
No, that's okay. I know I'm laughing, but I do understand what you're saying
I've
with
built a
this.
lot of things.
Yeah.
I've built a lot of buildings and walls and the stuff. And when it comes to drywall, I know that I'm bad at it, and I get very frustrated very quickly.
That's okay. I haven't had any personal experience with drywall, but based on this conversation, I will have a loose boundary of no drywall from now on.
Hey, give it a shot. Give it a shot, because I know people that are great at it. Okay. I'm just not that person.
That's okay. No drywall.
No drywall.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So you fixed up this house
We fixed up
without
this house.
without drywall.
Without, I mean, we had a guy come in. His name is David, and he was really, really good. And him and his crew came in and did all the drywall for
Great.
me. It was great. But anyway, we fixed up this house, and we were like, "This is our home. We're gonna live here forever." And then quickly realized, oh wait, because I was a musician, that was my profession, and when COVID hit, that ended.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need a job. I have to get a job. There are no jobs in Athens. That's what Athens is best at.
Not having jobs.
Not having jobs.
And having UGA.
Yeah,
That's-
UGA. You can in Athens. You can work for UGA. You can work for the hospital, or you can bartend or wait tables.
Okay.
There's nothing else. I mean, as far as making money goes,
Yeah,
you can work a department store or a gas station or pizza kitchen or whatever you want to do. California pizza kitchen.
I was about to say those are the only jobs.
Yeah, the only ones, yeah. So we were like, okay, well, we got to pivot. And I was going to go to school, and an old friend of mine called me and was like, hey, we need help on this show. Do you want to come? She had been trying to get me to join the IATSE and work in the film industry for a decade. And I was always like, I'm a musician. I'm like, get away from me.
Get away from me with that union stuff.
I know my fucking path, and it's just upwards, which is obviously not true.
That's how it works for every musician.
That's how
Always.
that's what musicians, they start off very low, they play in clubs to no one, and without fail,
Yeah.
they become huge rock stars.
Yeah.
And just live in mansions.
There's no other trajectory.
There is no other trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, am I willing to give up a mansion in my future? And I said, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
You know what? I'll take a union over a mansion right now. Why not?
Absolutely. That was a thing. So, I was applying for tons of jobs,
Yeah.
getting ghosted at everything, because when your job for 16 years, 17 years is professional musician, you have no marketable skills, I mean, you have them
on paper.
On paper, yeah.
Well, you have the one marketable skill.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you need a musician?
Yeah, exactly. Do you need somebody to play music for you? And resoundingly, the answer is always no.
Do you want me to bring my guitar and or bass or microphone?
Yeah, I can also play drums if you want. Nope, nobody wants it.
Nope.
And if they do want it, they're not paying you for it.
Exactly. So 2020 when you joined IATSE?
2020 was when I joined IATSE.
That I joined. Oh wait, month.
Oh, really?
I joined October of 2020.
Nice, awesome.
What month did you join?
August?
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
so I'm old hat. I've been doing this a little longer than you have.
Just a little bit. To be fair, I got all my paperwork in August, but the snafus happened, and apparently too many people applied around the same time.
They shut it off. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know, and they were like, "You'll be fine in October." Or I think it was October. They were like, "Yeah, you'll be fine." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
And what do you do in IATSE? What's
Props actually.
that's
That
cool. I do
was
set deck, so
same
team.
family.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of set deck, but props was I like I like moving chairs, and I like all of the food that comes with doing props. And getting multiples of everything. I love it so much.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's props is like cataloging, and
Yep.
and set deck is sweating. That's
Yeah,
basically what it is.
a good friend of mine, Craig Johnson, also known as Space Knife. Yep,
I've
he's
known
a
him
great
for
dude.
a
Yeah.
very long time. I'm actually playing drums on his new stuff.
Are you? Okay, that's awesome. We got to talk about that more. But
I love
also,
Shout out
so
Space
good,
Knife.
so good.
favorite.
He Space. That's his. He's a musician. He does the thing. He's great. I love Space Knife. We worked on a season of a TV show called The Big Door Prize, which was an Apple TV show, and I watched him break his back moving hay bales. And he was like the only set dresser on that day, and I watched him do that, and I decided I never wanted to be a set dresser ever in my life. And so all my props to you. I was sorry. That was all of my proverbial props to you, because being a set dresser is hard.
It's very hard, but it's also, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, yes, it's hard, but it's also pretty easy. Like, I would never want to be rigging electric or anything like that, because those dudes are just like, they pick up 75 pounds in each arm and they have to trudge uphill and and it's just lifting and carrying stuff, and I don't want to do that. You know, like, I like that I get to weld and
that is cool.
yeah.
Moving hay bales is not, and I think Craig actually sustained a back injury from moving all of that.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Great dude. Don't want his back.
No.
Nope.
No, definitely not. What was that?
That was Lucas's door closing.
Lucas.
Lucas.
Even when he's
not here.
He's on a delay.
He's on the Oh man.
But yeah, I love set deck. I love it. I love doing it. Granted, it's basically done at this point. You know, I mean, not
to be a downer, but
Not to be a downer,
the last time I worked on anything was last year. So
I've worked 12 days since April.
yeah, no.
And it's not enough to survive. So, you know,
Pivoting again.
I'm trying. I'm thinking. I mean, I will do it whenever my boss, my lead calls me. I will be there.
Of course, yeah.
Until I have something where I can be like, okay, now I'm officially exiting this thing.
Exactly.
Which, who knows? I don't like soft tries to
No.
get out. Nothing really matters, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing really matters.
It's
What? Am I wrong?
yeah, it's true. I mean, but it's, you know, it's the what do they call it? The golden handcuffs thing, where it's like, you don't know that.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
So you make enough to justify staying, and you're not. It's very hard to make enough to justify leaving.
I know.
So it's like, we make union rates, and that's amazing. And I already know my exit number is much lower than that.
Yes.
But it's still higher than most people want to give me. So it makes more sense for me to be in this job than it does for me to just leave it, you know? You know? So it's...
That concept makes a lot of sense to me. As someone that was a day player most of 2023, actually, almost the entire year. I worked here and there, and I couldn't bring myself to get a normal person job because of the notion of like possibly day playing here, possibly day playing there. And like it was, I didn't know there was a term for that.
Yeah, I got lucky. I want to say, I think George Fawnin was the one that first said golden handcuffs to me. And I don't know, normally when you say George Fawnin said golden handcuffs to me, that is like a sexual thing. But I don't think it was.
No,
I think it's in the right context.
in the right
George,
context.
like, he's hearing you say that right now, and then there's a picture of you next to his like player, and he meant it that way. You didn't read it.
I didn't read it that way.
And it ships in the night. Missed opportunity.
Sorry, George. Maybe next time.
Yeah, it's just now hated me.
Yeah, hit me with your innuendo again. We'll try again.
Okay, so I kind of want to pivot again. I love that word, pivot. Such a great word.
It's the first time you've said it all day.
All day. So you still consider yourself to be a musician, though, right?
I do. So I am like, speaking of pivoting, like
Pivoting, yeah.
of like I spent a long time like writing songs and trying to like be like, I'm gonna write songs and people are gonna want to hear them, and that's never the case.
Yeah, do you want to hear?
Trajectory.
The trajectory, if I just stick with it. No, I had my own band and it was fun, and like we toured a lot, and like I got to see the world and the country with it, and it was great.
What band was that?
It was a band called Yip Deceiver.
Okay.
Yeah, not
What
the one you were thinking.
Not the one I was
Yeah.
thinking of, but also like what kind of music was that?
We did. It started off as like an electro R&B thing.
Fun.
Yeah, it's two
what did you
guys
play?
doing. I did synthesizers and a lot of drum machines and I sang.
Great.
Yeah, and then I had a partner named Dobby, who is one of the greatest people in the world, and he also did synthesizers and sang. And yeah, it was very fun. Was it good? I don't know. People liked it, but I don't know if it was good. You
Okay.
know. And that's how I think about most things that I do.
Okay.
But like I did that for a long time, and I really enjoyed it. And now, what I want to do is help other people make their music. Do you know? So like with Craig, like I've been a drummer. So that was my first instrument. When I was 5, I started playing the drums.
Oh, your parents must have loved that.
God, it must have been hell. And I was very passionate about it.
Of course. Which made it even louder.
I played drums, I would say, every day from when I was 5 until maybe 25 or so. Jeez. Yeah, and like I just loved it. It was the only thing, like I played a lot of guitar and I wrote a lot of songs and stuff, but the only thing that really made me truly like want to just keep doing this was playing drums.
Yeah.
And so I want to get back into that, and like Space Knife, like I want to do Space Knife. I'm going to play some drums for him.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's so fun. And I want to like, oh, do you need somebody to do this? I can do this, and I'll do it for you, and you know, help you do your thing. But it also limits my time investment.
Sure, yeah,
You know?
definitely, yeah.
So, like, I listen to your thing, and I can just be like, cool. Oh, you want a bass thing? I'll do some bass on it, and here you go, and I'm done with it. And I don't have to go and rehearse.
Yeah.
Because while I love rehearsing, you know this as well as I do, working in IATSE,
Yep.
working in the film industry, leaves you with no free time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. Knock on wood.
It sounds like the problem right now is that you have a lot of free time.
I have a lot of free time. I have too much free time.
Wow.
And also, okay, you guys are both creatives.
Yes.
Do you do things that are not immediate besides improv? Like, do you do, like, art? Are you a musician?
I paint
You
a
paint?
little bit.
Okay. So, when I don't have that thing taking up the majority of my time, like my obligations taking up the majority of my time, I cannot get motivated to do the things that I want to do.
Yes,
So
I
it's like
hear
it's
you
not an
100%,
escape, you know?
yep.
And yeah, and when it's not an escape, I'll go down. Like I have a studio in my basement, and I'll go down and just sit there and like play guitar for a while and be like, I mean, I kind of like this,
Yeah.
but I don't want to do it right now.
I have 2 friends that are primarily writers, and both of them like are really exceptional writers. But I was living, my friend Paige was living with them for a while. We were talking because like at the time she was putting together a murder mystery for our community in theater, doing an excellent job, a lot of creative like stuff on it. But like she literally framed it to me as she's like, yeah, and the thing's like you can write all the time. There's nothing that ever stops you from putting pen to paper. But without the thing where it's like, oh, I need to be writing right now. She described it as she's like, I am a very creative person, but I'm not overflowing with like the need to create at all times.
Yes.
I need something to kind of channel. Oh, there's a drive to do it right now this way.
When you have the spark, you act on it,
Yeah.
and when you don't, feels almost like a job. Do you know what I mean? And that's just me. I don't know if that's everybody, because I know my old bandmates, like the singer from my old band will write 1,000 songs a year.
That's
you know, and like he is also the kind of person where, and no shade on him because it's like amazing, and I'm very envious of this. He does not believe that his songs are bad. You know, and I don't mean that to say that they are bad.
No,
I mean that much. I mean that to say, like, when he writes a song and finishes it, he's like, this is a good song and I'm putting it out. When I write a song and finish it, I go, I hate everything about this.
Yeah.
And I literally throw it away. I'll delete it. I'll get rid of it entirely. Because it's more of the catharsis of making something and less of the, I need validation or feedback from this. If I want validation and feedback, I do comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You say anything and they react.
They react.
It's an immediate.
Exactly.
It's an immediate thing.
It's an immediate thing, and while we do a lot of honing our skills, and like, you know, Drew and I are in a class together right now, and we play all the time, but it's play, you know?
Yeah.
So when it's time to actually be on stage, I didn't have to go and rehearse it and make sure it's perfect every single time, and we embrace mistakes and we build off of them. Whereas in the music world, it's like you make a mistake and everybody's like, you made a mistake right there. Don't do it again. It sucks. It just sucks.
There's the classic Chris Rock interview quote where he talks about musicians versus comedians. Because as a musician, the career path, the trajectory we've been talking about, where you get a big mansion and whatnot, but like
Which will happen for comedians too.
Yeah. All comedians I know will have a man.
A Mick mentioned.
Yeah, every comedian is Kevin Hart.
No.
Only the problematic ones.
Only the problematic ones are Kevin Hart. But like because the process is you make a song in a studio, you fix it in a recorded way, and then eventually you're going to put that out and probably play live with it. People are going to want to hear that same yes again. In the Chris Rock quote, he talks about how, like, with comedians, they'll make a good joke and they'll tour on that joke. And then when they do another tour, if they were to do any of the other material, people would write. Yep. If you don't do your older material as a musician, people will write. They want to hear the older stuff. So there's almost like this pedestal that music, like, we seem to put music on, where we want to, if something is good, you want to hear it forever, and not like, fans of music will want to hear what other stuff you do, but they're gonna want you to play the hits.
Yeah.
Contrast that with, like, again, like improv in particular, because of what it is. They would never want you to do the same joke again, but they do want you to do it again.
Yeah. You find the game inside that joke.
Yeah.
The thing that makes that funny, and you repeat it in a different context, or you put it, you know, like, you change it enough to where they see the mechanics of that joke, and that makes it more funny the second time.
Yeah.
But it's not just being like, and then again, look at the dog, you know?
Would you say that's part
It
of
would be funny.
Yeah. I would laugh.
Look at the dog is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Twice.
Would you say that is that part of it for, like, whenever you're like, you're done with it, you don't want to hear it anymore? Is that part of, because, you know, you do a lot of like comedy or like improv now, or that is the kind of status quo with it? Do you think is that bleeding into your music production, where now you're like, I don't really want to hear the idea again. The idea's out there. I'm done with it. I want it to be gone so I can make another one.
I feel like it was actually the opposite, where like that. So I, before I got into improv, I did some stand up, and I hated it.
I was going to ask you how your experience was with that.
Awful. It's
Yeah.
awful. And like, again, no shade to anyone that does it.
No,
because
not
I
at
have a
all.
lot of friends that are like successful at it, you know, and like, and I see them do it. And one in particular is like, he is so good at it that it seems like he's not doing material, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's a natural thing.
It's a natural thing. Like his normal thing, like you can see him do the same set twice, and you're like, that he just came up with that off the top of his head. That's how natural it feels.
Okay.
But for me, when I was doing that, and like you write a joke, you know this. You write a joke, you tell it. It gets a little laugh here at the end of the joke. And you're like, okay, a little bit. Let's see if we can tweak it. And you tweak it at the beginning a little bit, and you get a little bit bigger laugh. And you're like, maybe the end will be better if I do this. And by the time you're done with it, you're just saying a fucking line in a very specific way, and it means nothing to you anymore. Yeah. My favorite part about improv, like my comedy partner Allison.
Yes.
Our entire thing is we are like, I am going to make you laugh. We talked about this today. So I'm going to make you laugh. I don't give a fuck about anyone else out here. My goal is to make you break. Mm-hmm. And if I do that, I loved this show.
I love that so much.
Yeah, and the only time that we did not make each other break is we'll still talk about it. We'll be like, we've done one bad show. There's a spectrum of good, but we have done one bad show.
And what is this team name?
It's called Until the Heat Death of the Universe.
We talked about you on one of the
really?
podcast recording because we were both big fans.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, it's my favorite thing that I do.
It's a great show. You guys are hilarious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we I was again, Drew's heard this earlier today, but like we have a constitution that we add to, and it's a living document, and we just like we do basically whatever this is patty cakes, and we kind of go over what our constitution and like what is our show, how do we do this, why do we do this, you know, like what is the point of us getting on stage with each other and doing this thing, and it's because we love each other and we love doing this thing.
Yeah, and you want to make each other laugh.
Exactly. Like we were at IO Fest in Chicago.
Yes.
We got invited to do that, and it was super fun. And I was like, Allison was giving this like really like direct to the audience, this like really heartfelt, like actual like emotional like moment, like soliloquy, and I just was like, I'm just gonna leave, and I slowly backed off stage, and I was off stage for like 35 seconds, and she kept going and kept going. And kept going, and then she turned around. She's like, "Oh fuck! How long have you been gone?" Once I'm gone, that character's gone. You know, so our format is you leave and you come in, and it's a new. You follow that person to a new room, and so like, it was so funny to me where I was just backstage, just dying laughing because it took her so
long,
and I was just like, "Yep, this is perfect shit. It's my favorite thing in the world."
I love that so much.
Oh, thank you. I love it.
Oh, sorry. I'm imagining that scenario you just.
And she did it to me the other night too. Actually, it was really great. Yeah, it was great. We always are like, what is the thing that I can do to this person or that they will not expect, won't break the reality of what we're doing, and will be also
celebrated.
Yeah. So it's not like, what the fuck was that? You know. We do say what the fuck was that, but in a much more joyous way.
Yes.
I think that you saying, God rest her termite soul. Once a week at least, and sometimes multiple times in a day.
I've said this multiple times to multiple people. That is possibly the most divisive offer I've ever given in improv, because you came up to me and you were like, God bless her termite soul was so weird and I loved it. And Malik came up and he goes, you shouldn't have done it, man. You shouldn't have said that. He's like, why would you do that? You shouldn't have said that. I'm like, I said it because she's a fucking termite.
Yeah, come on.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about the reality of what is happening right now on this stage. And
it's like, did we say she was a termite before that? No. She's definitively one now.
We also didn't say she wasn't a termite.
There we go. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And again, this is another thing I love about just the immediacy of this thing, where it's like, it's the most, when done correctly, obviously, the most collaborative thing that you can do in front of people, I think.
No one's ever done bad improv. I don't know.
No one's ever done
the trajectory for an improviser.
Is always,
you and your legs hanging out is funny, and then you are on whose line.
Yeah, exactly. Slightly lower than a comedian, and slightly higher than like a dishwasher.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. That's a sweet spot.
It's a sweet spot. That's like $35,000 a year.
Yeah,
you're killing it. Yeah.
Ooh, I think that one hurt a little bit too much.
So, yeah.
Oh God. I don't know what to say besides God rest her termites.
God rest her powerful termites.
It was very powerful.
My takeaway is you should try doing some jam. You should be a one-man jam band.
That's okay.
The most unlistenable shit I ever heard in my life.
I know people who do stuff like that, and I'm not friends with them, but I do know
But you know them.
I know people that do that have like improvised. So, hot take, improvised music. I respect it when people are good at it. I don't enjoy it.
It is a skill that I do not have, so I respect the living hell out of people that can do like improvised music. And like, there's a team in Atlanta called like Measure Island.
Yes,
that they are all so talented individually and as musicians and singers, but together they're like a super power group. I don't even know how else to describe them, and I respect the living hell out of all of them because that is not a skill I have. And I cannot shit on anyone because that is not of my skill set. But
I love musical improv.
Yes,
I love it, absolutely love it. It's I feel like it's like 10 years ago, if somebody had been like, you know what you're gonna love? Musical improv, I would have been like, you're a fucking idiot.
You're gonna shut the fuck up.
Shut up. But it's like, I love it.
Yeah.
It's possibly one of my favorite forms of improv. Like, it's so strange, and it's so fucking dumb. You know, it's like it is impossible to take itself seriously. Like people take their improv very seriously, and it feels weird because they're like, "Look at how good I am at this thing." But with musical improv, it's like the best case scenario is I just sang you the dumbest song you've ever heard.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's amazing. I love it so much. Yeah.
And oh man, that's musical improv. What a thing.
I'm actually lucky enough. I'm going to be in the premiere of Understudied on the 12th. I'm sure this will be out.
This is coming out next year. I don't know.
So the 12th of whatever year we're in, and whatever month it happens.
And that
Manifesting.
and you could break a leg.
I'm
You're
gonna break so many.
You're gonna
legs.
break everyone's legs, and I can't wait to hear all about it.
I will tell you about it. No.
Next time I see you, which will probably be after whenever that is.
And the fun thing about musical improv to me, I know we're just talking about improv at this point.
Yeah, which is fine. I want to steer the conversation back towards music stuff in a bit. But
Okay. Well, the fun thing about musical improv to me, and the thing that people don't understand,
yes.
and it actually works a lot with comedy and music and anything, is that they're like, I can't do this because I don't have I can't sing, you know, and it's like, or I can't do X, whatever it is, and it doesn't matter at all. In fact, it's funnier if you're bad at it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's like all you have to do is just own it. Like you commit to it. If somebody gets on stage and fucking commits to something, and it's the worst thing you've ever heard, but in a way where they are clearly enjoying themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I am so happy.
Well, one of my favorite things is watching people on stage enjoying themselves and having a good time. And I feel like that is not a tenement of improv, but like if I'm watching improv, I want the people to be having a good time on stage, because what's the point if not?
That's why I've never understood how people do sad music. I mean, and it sounds really strange.
You're talking about like musical improv or just in general?
Just
sad
in
music?
general, just like, so like I love sad music, but
Sure.
I don't understand how. Okay, I'm gonna get on stage with the piano, and I'm gonna sing these lilting fucking ballads of loss and anguish and
On a
despair
piano.
on a piano,
course.
and it's gonna be beautiful and like soaring and whatever. I'm not personally, but somebody will. And your reaction you get are people that are like, "That was heartbreaking,"
Yeah.
and it feels weird when you do those things.
You make people sad?
Yes, it feels strange. And I know it's a good sad, but it feels strange.
Do you think you could perform? For some reason, the one that's coming to mind. Do you think you could go on stage with a band? I'll let you,
Choose your players.
NBA draft pick,
Okay.
whatever perfect band you want. Could you go on stage and earnestly perform "Love Will Tear Us Apart"? Do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, because that is a happy, sad song.
Interesting. So there's a happy, sad, was it a Punnett square?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you describe in just for the people at home?
Yeah.
What is a sad song?
A sad, sad song. Okay, well, no, I was going to say maybe Hallelujah, but that's bordering on sad, happy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you love that song?
I recently,
It's a great song.
I don't know your emo cred. I've been re-listening to a lot of My Chemical Romance. I was listening to Cancer by MCR.
That was actually the song I was gonna
Okay, I
say.
don't know this song.
Okay.
It is a beautiful, sad song, a piano song, as we were just talking about.
From the point of view of somebody who is actively dying of cancer.
Okay.
Like that, it within the theme of like the album and stuff, and so it's about trying. It's if I were to probably say like the narrative of it is somebody who knows their death is imminent, trying to push a loved one away
Yeah.
to soften the blow of the death.
That is 100% what that song is about.
So that I would probably say I would love to hear an argument for it. It's like, oh, that's actually happy sad. Actually, here's
Well, that one sounds like it's sad. I mean, but it could be, yeah, like you're saying, like the quadrants, 4 quadrants.
Yeah.
It could be squarely in the sad category. Like, I think of, like Ben Folds is very good at straddling that line of like a happy sounding song that's sad versus a sad. Like, I think like that song Brick is a sad song.
That is a sad song.
And then you have like, it's that same album. I don't remember but it's like, here I stand, sad and free.
Yeah,
I can't. It's like, anyway, it's a very uplifting melody with a very sad. Like the last line is like, "What have I done?" And it's like, yeah, you're just like, I feel good about feeling bad. But when I feel bad about feeling bad, and then I know that that's what I do, it makes me feel weird.
Well, especially as the performer in this hypothetical, because your big thing wasn't like you fully understand why people go to see it. You don't understand how people perform.
I don't understand how people perform.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'd like
the distinction.
There is no knock on anybody that does it, because there is a definite need for that.
Yeah.
Because if everything was happy, it
Yeah.
would be meaningless. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Lego fucking song, you know? Like when
Everything is awesome.
I love it.
Everything is awesome.
But I love it because it exists in a world with brick. Do you know what I mean? Or with cancer from MCR.
with it's the Lego bricks.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly
So
right.
imagine I think Brick has a music video. Now imagine they're all Lego.
Yes, they are all it's about a Lego abortion, and it's a very important song.
That's what my mom would call it when I would open the Lego box and
All
put
right.
stuff. Yeah.
All right. I'm now pivoting the conversation.
Good conversation.
So you were in a band. Mm-hmm. What was that? The other band that you thought I was going to say?
I was in a band called Of Montreal for a long time.
For how long?
For like 16 years or so.
And what did you play in Of Montreal?
I played bass, and I played synthesizers, and I played some percussion-y stuff, and I sang.
Okay. I just wanted to do the conversation to not talk about abortion.
No, we don't have You never have to talk about it until you do.
So,
Oh my god.
all right. So, in your tenure in Of Montreal, what would you say? I don't even know how to ask this question. Actually, what was your favorite venue you ever played with Of Montreal?
It's so hard.
No, because you played so many.
You played a lot.
You did.
I would say so. I always say my favorite venue in the country is a place in Birmingham, Alabama called the Saturn.
Okay. I've never been.
So there's a band called Man or Astro Man that was from Birmingham, Alabama, and they were space rock. They were like
Love
a
that.
surf rock, space rock band. If you have not heard them, listen to them. They're wonderful. If you ever, they did like a cover of the Mr. Science Theater 3000 theme a long
That's
time
cool.
ago. And yeah, they're just wonderful. They're still around. They still play. They're great.
Great.
But the drummer is a guy named Brian Teasley, and Brian Teasley started a venue in Birmingham called the Bottle Tree. And the Bottle Tree was like a really cool, small venue. I think it was maybe like 120 cap or something like that.
Okay.
But it was very
Bottle tree cap. Sorry.
It was very artist oriented, so it was a small stage in a small room, but you got food, and there's this whole chill area where you could sit out back and smoke, and then the backstage were 2 Airstream trailers, and it was like
awesome.
it was cool. It was super cool, and it shut down, and they pivoted and opened this ginormous venue. I think it's not ginormous; it's like 800,
Bigger than the 150 cap.
much bigger than the 150 cap. But it's got a full apartment with bunk beds with doors that like slide closed, and then like multiple showers and a whole kitchen and all this stuff. And then there's like a pool table and records and a roof you can go out on and all this stuff. And it's just like feels like you're just at somebody's house. And it's
awesome.
It's really, really beautiful. And shout out Saturn. It's
Okay.
It's an incredible, as far as the artist experience, like playing in a club, they will treat you better than anywhere else in America. If you ask me.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Saturn
Yeah.
in Birmingham, Alabama.
Saturn in Birmingham, Alabama, right across from a place called Saws. That's one of my favorite barbecue restaurants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Saturn and Saws.
Birmingham. Nobody could see the hand medicine movements, but that was what sold it.
It's what helped you enunciate it the way.
Yeah, Birmingham. That's how you gotta say it.
It'll be.
No, when I found out that, did you tell me that Davey was in Of Montreal?
Much in the same way, there's another Faisal in the scene named Fong Lee, and I love to introduce Fong as one of my favorite and the funniest performer in the city because Fong hates it.
I can see that.
I can see why.
It absolutely sets him up in a way
Because he's not. I mean, so
Yeah.
it's like a lot.
absolutely terrible, really
He's-
hackneyed, stilted delivery.
Anyway.
I am a Fong fan.
Fong's
with
great.
a PH, I'm a Fong fan.
It's a bit because and I say this because of it's not only that, it's also we'll book him in shows and then set him up. Love the dude to death. I also do love to bring up that Davey was in Of Montreal to
Yeah.
people unprovoked. It's very fun
It's-
because
yeah.
Davey's so nonplussed by it.
Yeah.
every single time.
Well, part of the reason why, because you told me.
The whole reason he's here is because of what.
No, that's not why I want to get these greedy paws. into Davey's brain, but no. So someone that I was really good friends with back in 2016, I want to say 2017 of that era, we drove out several times to go see Of Montreal at the 40 Watt Club in Athens.
I love the 40
And
Watt,
I've seen a lot of bands there, but you guys were probably like my favorite band that I've seen.
Oh, that's really nice.
And it was just a mind-blowing experience of like, oh, I knew Davey before I knew Davey back in 2016.
Ronnie Johnson Lopez is the same with that. I love him. He's amazing. And every once in a while, I want to be like, hey, got to talk about something else, man.
I want to say that I've never brought this up to Davey until just now.
So I generally don't tell anybody.
Well, yes, Drew told me.
Yeah, because like I don't.
You don't have to. I got it.
I used to make the joke where it's like, I mean, well, what was the last job you had? You know, like, do you want to talk about your shift at the 7-Eleven? No, you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you're equating your tenure in Of Montreal to working at 7-Eleven? Just to be clear, okay. Okay.
it was a very important and very formative part of my life. It was the second act of my life, almost in its entirety, and that's great. And I have lifelong friends from it, and I still talk to them all the time. They're like great people. Some of them I don't talk to.
That's okay.
But yeah, I'm not gonna name any names.
No, we're full steam ahead.
Okay,
Go
fine.
ahead.
His name? No.
No.
No, there's, it's like it was a very wonderful time in my life.
Yeah.
It was basically I graduated from high school, and I was like, I can go to college, or I can do music. In my brain, there was no option in between. It was I can go to college or I can do music.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess I need to go to college, and I went to community college, Tallahassee Community College for maybe 2 classes, and I went, nope. The drop ad period's still happening, and I got my money back, and I was like, I'm just gonna play in 70 bands.
Well, yeah, you knew the trajectory, so you had to make a shot at it.
Exactly.
Part of my joy in like bringing it up is just it's a bit I do with Davey specifically.
Yeah.
But it's such a fun it's like y'all both do film and all of us do theater. It's a fun thing to kind of anchor and ground the fact that like it's before I was even an actor, before I started doing theater, I had heard of, but I would never listen to Of Montreal. They're dog shit band.
Yeah,
Bass
it
is terrible.
was terrible.
But it's such a full circle, like, oh, the creative people that you see and hear that make the art that you love are real people that
100%
predate the art they have put out for you to enjoy and continue to exist after it is done.
Absolutely.
And that's always the thing, because like it's when I'm not doing it to set up like a podcast interview or like people who are about to meet him. It's a fun thing to just kind of go like, oh yeah, that's what are they doing now? Any member of any band you've been listening to is probably doing stuff like this.
Yes.
Like if they're not actively right now touring, they're probably doing something else.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting thing to kind of ground thinking and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, like for me, it was like I moved here and started doing improv like pretty shortly after that, and because I needed the community aspect.
Of course, yeah.
That was like the whole point, was like, I'm working, there's people I love that I work with, there's people I don't love that I work with.
Sure, there's
and
two
his
sides.
name is
There's 2 sides of that coin always.
Yeah. But like, there's like, it's like I needed real, actual collaborative friends and like people who were like yes-anding me, and not just in the improv thing, but just in life. And so I was very like, no one knew I was in that band for a very long time, because I was like, I don't want people to go, oh, I want to talk to you because of that thing.
Yeah.
And because to me it is the past, and it's
To be clear, I thought you were cool even before I found out that trivial knowledge about you. Yeah, of course.
I know that
we
too.
We did our first Phoenix show before I found that out.
absolutely. And I know that, and that's now I don't really care, because
No, I understand
like
what you're
people-
saying though.
Even when people find out before they know me, most people in this community know me as an improviser.
Yes.
And then they're like, "Oh, that's cool. He did this thing before." And I don't mind talking about it, because it was a very big part of my life.
And here's another thing that I think kind of speaks to what you are saying is like, you don't have to be one kind of artist. And I think people forget that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, you are a musician, you're an improviser. I don't know what other kinds of art you do, but I assume you do other kinds of art.
Crochet no slip.
I do sew. I love sewing.
So Davey also,
Also,
Yeah.
I was going to say
Davey
seamstress.
also.
So we had to talk about this the other day. I said seamster to Allison. She goes, "Oh my god, would that be the male version of seamster?"
Because I didn't want to say seamstress.
Taylor.
Yeah. I like seamster better. Thank you, Allison.
I like Teamster because it sounds like Teamster.
Yes, exactly.
Just imagining
everybody respects the teamsters.
Someone driving a car while sewing up lay-up
you go.
blankets. There we go. A seamster.
I do love my wife is she has a master's degree in fabric design.
That's incredible.
She doesn't do anything with it anymore. I think she just got burnt out with it. But
Yeah.
man, every once in a while she'll be like, "I have to do this thing," and she'll make the most beautiful thing out of fabric you've ever seen.
I love that.
Fantastic, like absolutely incredibly talented person, and I'm thankful every day for that. But
Multifaceted. That
yes,
is
multifaceted.
exactly. And I think when my dad is he is. Now I'm bragging about my dad, but he's like an Emmy award-winning like children's television director.
Really?
And he worked in the Boston area in like the 70s and 80s doing children's programming, and I love that an Emmy sits in our house. Like,
Love that.
He did like fairy tales for kids for children's programming, which was incredible. But when he was growing up, he always felt like he could only do one thing, like just be a director and like do this, that, and the other, because that's when he was growing up, that is what it was like.
Yeah.
But I don't think he understands nowadays that you can be multiple things.
And you have to be multiple.
And that was what I was about to say. I was like, because I started doing more acting things this year, and he was like, okay, well, you should focus on that. And I was like, but I have to do the writing, the directing, the producing, and the acting. You can't just be one thing nowadays. Being a layered person and being a layered artist is something that always tickles my brain about learning about like these kinds of things about other people. Like, that is partially why I wanted to start this podcast and like just talk to people about the multiple layers of their lives as artists or as creatives or as whatever else they are.
It's always interesting to figure out what makes people tick, because
100%.
when you're an artist, like, so if, like, say, not me, but just another musician,
The other way.
the other guy, the guy that would normally be sitting in this chair to my right,
Your Montreal.
yeah, there you go. So like they are a musician, and I am a
For the
musician.
listeners at home, Davey is actually pointing at the chair as if there was someone actually sitting there, which is making me laugh.
I'm doing the Clint Eastwood Obama thing where I'm gonna yell at this chair about how it ruined the country.
Yeah.
So like on paper, it's like, oh, they play these instruments, I play these instruments. The output is so completely and totally different because of every other aspect of your life. You know what I mean? And like, it's not even, we could even have the same, like my friend Dobby and I, for example, like all of our musical influences down the line are almost exactly the same. Every time I'd be like, do you like this old punk band? And be like, I love him, I saw him here, I did this thing, I love this. I'm like, do you like Luther Vandross? And it's like, yes, I love Luther Vandross. And it's like, could not be closer in our influences. And you listen to what he does and what I do, he put out the best pop country record I've ever heard in my life.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's called Ritzy D. Shout out to Ritzy D. He's fantastic.
Great.
I mean, it is unabashed pop country. It's
I love
Randy
that.
Travis in the 90s. Beautiful pop country music.
Incredible.
Yeah, and it's wonderful, but it's like there's not a single part of me that could do what he does, and same vice versa. And it's all about the other parts of your life.
It's about his lens versus your lens
Exactly.
of the person that, the person that you are versus the person that he is.
And what shapes those lenses.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Of
Yeah.
what filters you put on those lenses,
Exactly.
essentially.
Yeah. And I find that so fascinating because, like, we're both improvisers.
Yep.
We have...
You're not, Drew.
Drew is not an improviser.
No.
He's not a good improviser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a generational talent.
Exactly. Yeah. Last generation.
Nepo.
That's how old I am.
No,
So
you're
we're
obviously incredible.
I talked about that last time about how
There's a whole episode.
about
Nice. But like,
I'm never gonna release it now. But go ahead. We're improvisers.
we are both improvisers.
Yeah.
And we play well together, I think.
I think we do, too.
I really enjoy playing with you.
I also enjoy playing with you too.
Our styles
Completely different.
completely different
Mm-hmm.
because I don't have Emmy award-winning dad. My dad's an accountant.
And I have no musical talent, and you do. So
Exactly. And it's just like it's all about what happened to you at what time, and that's and that's I think it's so fascinating to find that out.
yeah, that's again why I wanted to start this, because it's just like I think and this is a humble brag, I have such cool friends.
Yes.
And they have such cool stories that I want to know all about, and I want everyone else to know all of the stories. So that is why I am recording it and putting it into a format where I can release it and tell everyone about how cool these people are.
I love that. Like,
Yeah.
Heat Death, we used to do our opening was we would ask for like an event, and then we would interview somebody in the audience and mine stuff from them. And Allison was like, I don't care about them. Let's just share stories between us. And so the first 5, sometimes longer than that, depending on the show, minutes of our set is us literally telling each other stories about our lives and things that have happened to us. And it's such a fun way to learn something in a very like open, honest environment, and weirdly in front of people.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was one where I was talking about how like, oh, you know how like when you're afraid that like every time somebody invites you to do something, it's because they're just trying to trick you into going and doing something by yourself so they can point and laugh at you from afar. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, that's the fear that everybody has.
Yeah, that's a very normal fear.
Very normal fear. And it's not, apparently, for her. Yeah, I have that fear. I'm like not.
Do you think the ulterior motive is people just want to point and laugh at you when they invite you to go do stuff? Do you think that is what I was trying to do today?
No.
Good.
I don't. And like because I would coming to an actual residence.
Yes.
The odds of that happening are pretty slim.
Pretty low.
Yeah. But like when I was young, I didn't have a lot of friends. I played music, and I had like I was like 10 in a band and punk bands and stuff, and we fucking sucked, but it was so much fun.
There we go. And that's going back to that thing of having fun and doing the thing you love.
Exactly. Yeah. And so like anytime somebody outside of my immediate circle would invite me to do something, I'm like, it's a fucking trap. Why would you want to? Because I have like I've had the same glasses basically, and I look exactly the same with a beard.
I was gonna say taller.
Yeah, I'm slightly taller
than you were when you were 10.
I was 6'1" when I was 10.
Wow, I believe you. I was 5'1" when I was 11.
Really?
Yeah, and I was very tall for a middle schooler, and I hit puberty like a freight train, and they used to call me tall bitch, which
it's a good nickname.
Is it?
Baby.
Nowadays, if somebody was like, "Oh shit, what's up, tall bitch?" you'd be like, "Fuck yeah."
Yes, but I was a vulnerable 11-year-old that was taller than everyone else. Now, granted, 5'1" is not tall, but for 11-year-olds it was.
You're a foot taller than most people.
Yeah, and I have not grown since I was 11. Also, is it? Yeah,
so you're still 5'1"?
I'm still 5'1". I know I carry myself really tall and mighty, but it's mostly the I was going to say the filler in my shoes, the platforms, and the audacity.
Honestly, one of the things that's most attractive as like a friend to of you,
sure,
is your personality is very large, but also not egotistical.
Oh, I try not to be.
You don't come off egotistical, but you come off as like. There's people that when you talk to them, you feel like you're actually invested, and they're invested, and it's a real conversation. And then there's people where you feel like I'm throwing words out and they're throwing words out, and this means nothing. And when I'm done with this, I can go talk to somebody for real. You are in the former, and like when I talk to you, I feel like I want to hear what this person has to say because you're interesting and you're a very big warm personality.
Thank you, Dave. I didn't pay him to say that. That's lovely. Not yet.
The podcast on it.
Oh man,
Word for more sponsors.
there aren't any sponsors yet. We'll see.
We have better help.
Yeah, exactly.
If I have to hear another BetterHelp ad on the podcast, I swear
I'll be better help.
I'll crash my car.
Yeah.
Okay, so to pivot again, because I know you have a heart out. Oh God. I ask every person that comes on this podcast, the two people so far, Drew, to bring an object that kind of helps explain why they are the way they are, and they have like a story attached to it or something of that notion. You brought something.
I did bring something.
And I want everyone to know that I don't know what it is. David,
Okay.
I have
You can look.
my eyes are closed, but I didn't want to see it before you brought it out. Okay.
You can look.
Your hands are over it.
It's okay. So this was incredibly hard for me.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. I'm not a sentimental person at all.
Okay.
I don't. Most things when I'm done with them, I give them away.
Okay.
I throw them away. I recycle them. I do whatever. They're gone.
Okay.
Unless it still holds like actual quantifiable value for me, then I don't normally keep things.
Okay.
So this was kind of hard because I'm going through my house and I'm like, don't give a fuck about any of this.
I'm also sorry that there was a miscommunication that I, at 6 p.m. yesterday, emailed you and like, yeah, like, here's the concept. And you were like, I'm sorry, what?
I'm glad that you did.
Yeah, me
because,
too.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page, and I'm glad I did, so that you could bring
Yes.
this. And usually, so you're not a sentimental person.
I'm not a sentimental person, but there are very few things that I will keep forever.
Okay.
So this is something that my wife gave me.
Okay, it is I'm sitting across from Davey, so I'm only seeing the back of it right now. It is a brown picture frame, like with a that's great for the sound. With a black back with so that and it can also stand up on its own. What is this part of it called?
It's a kickstand.
A kickstand so that it can stand solo. But that is what I can see so far.
So I'm glad that you did that, but the frame has nothing really.
I know, but that's all I can see right now, Davey.
Okay. So when I met my wife in 2012, I'll give you the very abridged version of the story.
Okay.
I had just gotten out of like a absolute terrible relationship.
Sure.
And was like, fuck this, I'll never love anybody again.
I've been in that relationship before, I get it.
And I was my friend Davi and I were building an apartment in an old warehouse.
Is that another aspect
Yes.
about you? You build a lot of things?
I very, very much subscribe to the theory of jack of all trades, master of none.
Sure. So you're a Swiss Army knife of a person.
100%.
Same.
I strive to be.
Yep.
I love it. I
Okay.
love the idea that no matter like if we're talking end of the world scenarios, you put me on your team.
Okay.
Not
Done.
to brag.
Done.
I'm a mechanic. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
I
doesn't
do
matter.
Everything.
You're really good at doing
Yes.
a lot of things.
My brain wants to know how to do everything.
Good. We'll talk more about that later.
Absolutely. So we were building an apartment in this warehouse.
Okay.
And I was like, I gotta go to the store because we didn't have any fruit. And I go to Kroger and cut off jeans and covered in red clay. 'Cause
Great.
Putting plumbing on. If we cut the slab up and did all this stuff and anyway, I'm in Kroger and I see this lady and I was like, oh my god, like that lady is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna talk to her, right? And
In Kroger.
in Kroger,
Love this.
and I was like, immediately, like, I look like an insane person because I'm covered in red clay. I'm just like, I was like, I shouldn't do this. And I walked away. And then I was like, you know what? No, fuck that. This is when you make this decision. Mm-hmm. And I started walking down the aisle to go and talk to her. And she looked at me and I went, and I grabbed like a giant, the biggest bag of rice you could see it. I was like, put it over my shoulder. I was like, and kept going. And later that day, I was actually at rehearsal, and I told my friend that story, and he's like, just post a misconnection. Because all we did was read misconnections, and we would laugh at them because they were really horrible.
I still read them
I-
all the time on Craigslist.
It was the best thing. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'll post a misconnection. And I did, and she responded to it. And we went on a date, and that was, June 9th, 2012.
I'm gonna cry.
I know, right? I love it. It's like, it's one of my favorite things, obviously, that's ever happened. And then, so we were together we're still together.
Yeah.
But we were together for a while, and I don't remember the context of it. There's a note inside that we won't go into, but
We simply do not have time.
we do not have time. But there's I was having like a especially bad day for some reason.
Sure.
And she drew me this thing and you wrote me this note. And it's if you want to describe it.
It's okay. Can I touch it?
Yeah, it's okay.
So it is. This is really beautiful. I am gonna cry. This is bullshit. Okay. I'm a huge softie. Okay, so it is still a brown picture frame.
Yes, it is.
With a.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. It is a brown picture frame with a. This is really pretty. Don't describe it because I'm going to do it. It's a white piece of paper with a hand-drawn... Is it a rock?
It's a rock.
Okay. There is a rock on the... There's like a line drawn to indicate the ground, and there is a picture of a rock with a kite attached to, like tied around the rock, and then the kite is flying, and the kite has red, blue, yellow, and green in the 4 quadrants of a kite, with the kite's tail flapping in the wind. And it
Very good description.
see this is I'm gonna cry. This is so pretty. She drew
this. I actually have it tattooed right here as well. And you're welcome if you want to take a picture of it for the Instagram.
We'll do that later. Yeah, don't worry, you have to be in that picture.
Oh, I will.
But this is beautiful.
So this like
Do you wanna look at it, Drew?
yeah, have a look at it. So this is basically she told me this theory in this way, and it's how I live my entire life now.
Okay.
So, especially like relationship wise, you have to have a rock and you have to have a kite. You can't have 2 rocks because then you just sit on the ground all day. You can have 2 kites because then you're untethered and you fly away. It doesn't have to be. You're not always the rock and you're not always the kite. You know what I mean? And so, like in this scenario, she was not saying like you're my rock. She was saying like I bring her up, and it was I'm gonna cry, but it was such a fantastically like it's everything I needed, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm crying. I've never cried before. That's
Ever?
but yeah, no, it's the most sentimental thing that I have.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that I besides my cats, which will die. It's the only thing. It's the only.
God.
This is my defense mechanism.
That's
I
okay.
have to make a joke.
That's okay.
It's the only thing that I know I'm never going to like willingly get rid of. Will I lose it? Probably. It'll probably go away.
But you have it on
But
your
I have it
own.
on my arm, and that was the whole point of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
So you're talking about in terms of like a romantic relationship.
I'm talking in terms
Just in
of
general, every relationship there always has to
single
be
relationship.
a rock and a kite.
Yes. So, like, you have, like, if you are both the rock, it's say it's an improv thing. Let's take it to something we all do all the time. 2 grounded characters is not as fun.
It's boring.
It's boring. But a grounded character and a character that's a fool or
Classic straight man dynamic.
exactly
Yeah.
the Statler and Waldorf, which they're both kind of straight men, but to bring it back. But no, like, you know, you have to have these juxtapositions, otherwise everything sucks. It's just boring.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know, you're like, how many improv shows have you seen where everyone is a fucking idiot and it's not fun to watch?
No, it's not.
You know, or like where everyone's afraid to be an idiot
Yeah.
because they feel like that's going to reflect poorly or whatever their reasoning, and so it's boring and it's dull because everyone's afraid to be stupid or be larger than life.
I like that.
Or me is even some people are afraid to just be real.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very comfortable being the fool, being the idiot in a scene, but they literally cannot be a real person with regular emotions and needs and stuff like that. but without that, and this is, classic creativity thing, but it's just like, without an understanding of like, what is our baseline? What is the rock? What is the ground the rock is on? I don't really understand how, like, the height the kite can reach. I don't understand how big of a deal that is, because I don't know what the ground is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to remind you of the stakes of like what is actually at stake and what you're doing. I mean, business is the same way. You have creative side and you have your business side. It's like, I'm not a business guy so much, but like, I mean, I'm broke. I don't know. But like, there's always has to be the juxtaposition, because it just doesn't work otherwise.
Because it's imbalanced.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I like that. Now, Drew, it's your turn to cry.
Yeah.
I'm too tough.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Actually, the big thing is like, it's an extremely beautiful sentiment. I've just internalized it before saying it now. What really almost got me is seeing Davey cry. Because Davey doesn't cry.
I know Davey doesn't cry.
Very rarely. Nibbles died, my cat. And then anytime cat dies. Yeah.
In the world?
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh god, the cat just died.
It would be a superpower if it was fun, but it sucks.
Yeah, it's just always
It's real,
constant.
real depressing.
There's too many cats. There's always less.
Yeah, that's the problem with the power.
There's always.
So I guess maybe to bring it back to a good level. What the flip side of that coin is, what has been bringing you joy this week?
Wow. Well, I just did a show with Allison. And it was possibly, I say this about everyone, but it was possibly my favorite show that we've done. And it was so stupid and fun, and I got her to break.
Great.
In the dumbest way possible, and it made me so happy.
Amazing.
And then like, like I have cats.
Yeah.
They're my.
You mentioned.
Yeah, they're my like closest I will ever have to kids. Knock on. Don't like kids, but I love cats. And so like I have been, while I'm waiting for the show to start, been able to spend a lot more time with them, and that's been really, really fun.
Good. I'm glad.
Because they're little babies. They run around and they scream and they say, "Give me chicken," and I say, "Fuck you."
And then
Just had the chicken.
you just had the chicken.
Just
You little shit. Well, this has been a really fun time, Davey. I'm really glad that you were able to come and hang out with Drew and I for an hour and a half.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This has been really fun.
Yeah, well,
Great.
I guess this has been the Hi, Why Are You podcast, and I feel like we answered the question of Hi, Why Are You, Davey Pierce. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for listening to another episode of Hi, Why Are You? This podcast is hosted by Edie Tingle and sometimes co-host Drew Turner. This podcast is produced by Drew Turner and Edie Tingle. Our logo is by Pete Ivanecki. Promotional photography by Ari Skin. And as always, our greatest source of information is our guest for the week. Remember, work hard and be sweet. And thanks for listening.